Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Today we are just going to do a revision of lesson number one um, from history. So, hope you all have completed your lessons and you would have completed studying everything. So, you must be able to give the answers by now. So, to start with, we will see with match the following. Then we will have the remaining topics, answer the following and other things. And along with this, we are going to do the revision of lesson number one from geography also. Okay, to start, we will do the match the following now. Narmada Valley, the first one. Narmada Valley, the answer is hunting and gathering. There only hunting and gathering happen. Hunting, they will hunt and they will collect the food. Okay. Then the next one is Magadha, the first big kingdom. Magadha is the first big kingdom. And third one, Garo Hills. Early agriculture happened here. And the fourth one, Indus Valley, the first city. So there only first the cities they started to emerge. Okay, the next one is Ganga and its tributaries. Here, cities about 2500 years ago. So, 2500 years ago, this cities were developed in the Ganga and in Ganga and its tributaries, near Ganga and its tributaries. Okay. So now next is the question answer. First question is list one major difference between manuscripts and inscriptions. List one major difference between manuscripts and inscriptions. Okay. So first is manuscripts. They were written by hand and so they were written by hand. This comes from the Latin word manu. So manuscript, the name comes from the Latin word manu. Its meaning is hand. Manu means in Latin it is hand. Okay. These were usually written on palm leaves or on the specially prepared bark of a tree known as the birch. So this is the name of the tree. Okay, from that tree's leaves they will make this, which grows in the Himalayas. It grows in Himalayas. Okay. Next is we saw about manuscripts. Now we are seeing about the inscriptions. So these are writings on relatively hard surfaces such as stone or metal. So they used to, when you go to temple and all, you could have seen these inscriptions on the walls of the temple. You would have seen it, right? So these are writings on relatively hard surfaces such as stone or metal. Okay, the next question, make a list of all the objects that archaeologists may find. Which of these could made of stones? So you are going to list out the things which are made found by the archaeologist, and that is made of stone, which is made of stone. So you are going to list those things. First we are going to list the things. So archaeologists may find these things in their findings. So when they go and dig these things, they can find. First one, tools. Second one, weapons, potteries, statues, skeletons, toys, cloths, pans, ornaments, and coins. So these are the things they can find out. So first you will list the things. then what are made of stones then, right? I think out of these potteries, statues and tools can be made of stones. So they can use stones and make these things: potteries, statues and tools. Okay. So the next question, why do you think ordinary men and women did not generally keep records of what they did? Okay, they didn't keep record of things. Why? Okay, so ordinary men and women did not keep record of what they did because of two reasons. They had two reasons for not keeping record of the things what they do. First is their life was full of difficulties, so they were very having a very difficult life. Second one, they would not be having enough time for of recording their lives, so they were not finding time to record their life. The next one, return to fourth question. This is okay. Return to Rashida's question. Can you think of some answers to it? So first, what is Rashida's question? How one can know what happened 100 years ago? So what this is her question, Rashida's question. Okay. The answer, we can get the answers by reading the books written in past. So olden days they have written some books, from that we can get it. And then by manuscripts, as we saw what is manuscript now, so we can use that which is written in palm leaf, right? So using that we can find out. And also by inscriptions on the walls, how it is, what happened, like that. The next one, by tools and weapons. So when you get the tools, we can guess how they would have done this. Um they can We can find out, right? Tools, based on the tools we can find out which how, for what they used, for killing animals, or hunting, like or for cutting the fruits. So those things we can just find out, right, on seeing the tools and weapons, so how they fought with the wild animals. Everything we can just find out by seeing these things, right? The next question, describe at least two ways in which you think the lives of kings would have been different from those of farmers. So you're going to give at least two ways. Two ways you have to um, tell or write two ways in which king's life and farmer's life were different. So we are going to do the write the difference of that. So first, farmers, we will see about the farmers. They have to work in field. Yes, farmers farming has to be done. And kings, no, they do not have to work in the field. Yes, they of course they have to work in war field, not in like daily wages. They need not work daily like farmers. Okay, the second point, they have to produce their food grains, right? So they have to produce the grains which we all which other people need. And the life of king is to protect their subject means people who are under their cover. Okay, they have to take care of the people and protect. Okay, life is full of difficulties. Yeah, farmers, they have to do the work, they have to get money, by selling the products which they make, right? Products in the sense the food grains which they do. So similarly, life of a king is not like difficult as farmers. It is very much comfortable, right? Their life is comfortable. They can be in their house, I mean in their palace. Not like farmers, they need to come and work done. Okay. So with this, we are completing this lesson. Hope you have completed writing your notes. Okay, and I have given two questions as assignment. For that, you have to write the answers I have told you. So include that also. So you have to think and write the answer on your own. Okay. Now we will move on to the next lesson, the Earth in solar system. So we are going to do the revision of geography first lesson, Earth in solar system. Okay. So now we will see the tick the correct answer for the lesson, the Earth in solar system. Okay. So we will see that now. The first one, the planet known as Earth's twin is Venus. Okay, the planet known as the Earth's twin is Venus. Okay, the first one answer is Venus. Okay, so the first one answer is Venus. Okay, second one, which is the third nearest planet to the sun? Which is the third nearest planet to the sun? The answer is Earth. Okay, Earth is the nearest planet, third nearest planet to the sun. Okay, the next one. All the planets move around the sun in a dash path. So, all the planets move around the sun in a elongated path. Okay, all the planets move around the sun in an elongated path. Okay, so the next one, the pole star indicates the direction to the south, north or east. So the answer is north. Okay, the pole star always indicates the direction north, to the north. Okay. Asteroids, next one. Asteroids are found between the orbits of which two planets? Which two planets it is? So the answer for this is Mars and Jupiter. So it is asteroids are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay. The next one. So with us we are completing that. Now we will move on to the fill in the blanks, right? So the first one, a group of dash forming various patterns is called a dash. So a group of stars forming various patterns is called a constellation. Okay, a group of dash means stars. So group of stars forming various patterns is called a constellation. Second one, a huge system of stars is called galaxy. A huge system of stars is called dash, means it is galaxy. Next one, dash is the closest celestial body to our earth. The answer is moon. Moon is the closest celestial body to our earth. Next one, dash is the third nearest planet to the earth, to the sun. Earth. Answer is Earth. Earth is the third nearest planet to the Sun. The next one. Planets do not have their own heat and light. So planets do not have their own dash and dash. So the answer is heat and light. So with that we are finishing up. Fill in the blanks. Next is answer the following briefly. Okay. The first one. How does a planet differ from a star? This is a difference between answer. So how does a planet differ from a star? So for star, first I will read out for star. Okay. Some celestial bodies are very hot and big. They are made up of gases and have their own heat and light. These celestial bodies are called stars. Example, sun. Okay. Some celestial bodies are very hot and big. They are made up of gases and have their own heat and light. These celestial bodies are called stars. Example, sun. Now we will see about the planets. The celestial bodies which do not have their own heat and light are called planets. Example, Earth. The celestial bodies which do not have their own heat and light are called planets. Example, Earth. Okay. The second one, what is meant by the solar system? What is meant by the solar system? The answer, the sun, 8 planets, satellites, some other celestial bodies like asteroids and meteoroids form the solar system. Okay. So the sun, 8 planets, satellites and some other celestial bodies like asteroids and meteoroids form the solar system. Okay, the next question. Why is the Earth called a unique planet? Okay, why is the Earth called an unique planet? The Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. It has water and air which are very essential for our survival. The air has life supporting gases like oxygen. Okay, the earth is neither too hot nor too cold. It has water and air which are essential for our survival. The air has life supporting gases like oxygen. Okay, this is the answer for the question why Earth is called a unique planet. Okay. So the next question, name all the planets according to their distance from the sun. Right? This is the next question. This I have given you as an assignment. For that I'm just giving you the answer now. Okay. First one, Mercury. Second one, Venus. Third, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So Mercury, planet nearer to the sun, nearest to the sun. It is the nearest planet to the sun. So the answer is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So the answer is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Right? So these are the list of planets according to their distance. Okay. The next question, what is the universe? What is the universe? The universe is the largest unit in which we live. It is a collection of galaxies. The universe is the largest unit in which we live. It is a collection of galaxies. Okay, so this also I have given as assignment. Hope you have finished writing that. So with that we are completing with geography notes also revision. So now we have done with history first lesson and geography first lesson revision. Okay, so these are the questions we saw now. So how does a planet differ from a star? So for that we saw the answer. We revised it. Then what is meant by the solar system? That also we finished. And then the next question, why is the Earth called a unique planet? So the answer for this we just saw. Name all the planets according to their distance from the sun. That is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Mercury is the planet nearest to the sun. Next, what is the universe? The universe is the largest unit in which we live. It is a collection of galaxies. The children, just do the revision. Be ready for your exams. Thank you, children. Sai Ram.